Yeah. Let them know you found it right next to table 1.
Hey, John. How you doing?
Busch? Good. How are you, man? Good, man. I haven't seen you for ages. Hot as heck over here.
John LASSEK, out of Houston, Texas. What's that? Okay, we want to say hello to Mrs. LASSEK. We're sorry you can't be here, and I promise we will make sure he does not get into trouble. John LASSEK is, well, I have to. John LASSEK is here, and he's playing Roger SENN. John LASSEK actually played live on POV Pool a year ago against Efren Reyes. And he is tossing with Roger SENN, who won the break. All right, Roger, good luck. So, good luck to both players. Is this a one loss or winners? Winners? One loss? Yeah. Oh, John LASSEK lost Hill to Chase. So, I bet that's fueled his fire, though. I'm sure he's going to come in hard and heavy on this match. And then next door to us, we've got Jeff Melton versus Eric Roberts. So we're going to try to provide the best possible dual coverage of these two matches going on, so that you can get a look at Eric Roberts playing, and also so that you can get a look at this match. It's nice to see you again, John. Yeah.
Glad you can make it out for this.
I'm really happy to be here. It's a nice event. I'm really happy to be here. If you guys haven't come to the Junior Norris, I highly recommend you do. You know.
Get out of that West Coast a little bit.
Yeah, get out of the West Coast and come to the South Coast. Well, it's not really the coast, is it? It's North Texas. We'd like to see you on the West Coast again. You gotta lay low? Okay. No, Mrs. LASSEK, we promise to take care of him while he's there, too. I think this is game 1. Okay, Jeff Melton is in the middle of a rack against side pocket against young Eric Roberts. I'm assuming this is their first rack. That would put Eric at 0-1. That's John LASSEK breaking. Okay, that's Jeff Melton breaking. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go over there now. I'm going to get both tables in the shot. Okay, so I hope that's adequate for you guys. I know that it's kind of far away to see the John LASSEK match, but we'll cut back and forth to some close-ups of that match. But I really want to give, Eric's worked hard with us already here on the live stream, so I think it's important that we give him a little time to take a look at his match with Jeff Melton, who's also, a force to be reckoned with in the pool world from Oklahoma. All right, so John kicked. And Roger SENN has an open shot on the one ball. It's not. Oh, it's to the side pocket. And Jeff Melton appears to be in full force right now. He has a shot on the 9. And that'll make it 2-0. Jeff Melton leads in a race to 9. Cutting back now quickly to Roger SENN. He's hooked on the 4 ball here, so he's kicking at it. Might make the 5 if he hits it right. It'll be like a billiard. See, the 5 ball wants to go. It goes. That was the sound of Eric breaking. And a ball goes in for Eric. He's got a like a thin cut on the 1 ball. Meanwhile, Roger is faced with a tough shot here. He's got to get nice and straight on this 7. He does a good job. 7 goes down the rail for shape on the 9. Good shot by, good couple balls by Eric there. And Eric's looking down the barrel of a 3-9 combo.
told you I'd bring you some to eat yesterday. You didn't write me back. I told you I'd bring you some to eat yesterday. You didn't write me back. Last night real late, your buddy got to say you're hungry.
Oh, yeah?
I typed on my phone.
Oh, on the chat room?
Yeah.
Oh, I
didn't
didn't
say that.
I didn't know. I didn't know it was you. What's your screen name?
Yeah.
What's your screen name?
I guess it's Jay Reed or...
Oh, I didn't know. I'm sorry. Thank you for the offer. 5 and the 1. Go in the pocket for Roger SENN. Roger's now up 2-0. So Jeff decides to play a push. So he pushes and looks like Eric fell for it. Let's see how John LASSEK. John LASSEK really needs this game. It's tough when. Well, this is a good opportunity because. Well, he doesn't have much. He's hooked. He's hooked on the 9. Can't hit the 2 yet, so he's got to try to hit the 2. Jeff Melton is now taking apart the rack against Eric Roberts. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how John is going to handle that that hit. Whether or not he can play a kick safe. See how he does. The 5's going to go in. The 5 goes in. I know that that was unexpected. Looks like Jeff may very well be out of his 3rd rack. So that'll be 3-0 Melton. Eric Roberts to break. And Roger SENN, long shot on the 6 ball. Swing and a miss. Here comes John. Nice cut shot in the side. And Eric breaks, he gets the 8 ball. And he's got a shot. It's a 1-7 combo. And John will take his first game against Roger SENN. So it'll be 2-1. Jeff Melton is taking no prisoners, as you can see. Check out John's break. Ooh, the cue ball is getting lost, but you know what? It's going to be a push out here because Roger doesn't really have any access to the to the one ball. Dry break. And now Melton's break. So the push out by Roger SENN, and you know, half table cut shot on the one, up the rail to the corner pocket. And that's good. That's enough. He's going to be tree-topped a little bit over the... Well, not really. I think he might be a little tree-topped. Jeff Melton just missed a 4-ball. John LASSEK just missed a 2-ball. So here comes Eric Roberts with ball in hand. He's got shape on the 5 to the side. He's a little tree topped over the 6. He missed the 5. That's that reverse English, you know. And also elevating your cue. Jeff scratches. Young Eric comes back again with his second ball in a hand attempt. Oh, he's following. Plays it to the corner. And he gets a shot. It's going to be Eric Roberts on the board here. Meanwhile, over here, Roger SENN and Roger LASSEK. Roger gives up ball in hand. It's 2-1. LASSEK wants to tie this match, I'm sure. Roger probably has other things on his mind besides tying. And then let's cut to Eric Roberts here, who breaks. Whammo. Got a good kick on the cue ball. He looks a little jacked up here over the 2. I'm not sure. I think the 4 blocks that one from going in the corner pocket. So let's see how he handles this. He went for it. I think young Eric has pretty good mechanics. You know, he shows a natural ability to address a shot, almost any shot, with relative ease. He's still developing his stroke, obviously, and still developing his game. But I think given a couple of years with the right guidance, you got that right? Okay. I think we're going to start seeing more of Eric, and it would be nice to see him get good enough to compete in the Atlantic Challenge Cup. So I believe it's 5-1. Jeff Melton. Roger SENN combos a 3-6. My mistake, guys. Yes, it's I'm sorry, it's 4-2. Eric Roberts and Jeff Melton. Well, look at young Eric. Roger, what's the score with you guys? So Roger leads 3-2 in that match. And it looks like Eric Roberts has the break again. LASSEK with a great chance here to tie it up. You got the 5 and the 6 up there. Yeah, and the 4 ball where it is. Well, he's looking to see if the 5 passes the 6 to that corner pocket, which I think it does. Little safety battle going on between Jeff and Eric. And Eric gets the hit, but Whitey Kojak goes into the subway. I'll be right back, folks. Enjoy. Okay, guys, it's 4-3, Roger SENN versus John LASSEK. Has anybody been following the Melton score, please? Had to step away.
Eric, is that you? You just got that game? 6-5? So good.
Early 9-ball for Eric Roberts. So it's now 6-5. In this race to 9. John LASSEK goes in the drink. Looks like Roger might try to take on this this billiard here. Try to make the 9-ball in the corner pocket. Oh no, the 2-ball had a pocket. Jeff Melton tried to squeeze that 5 between the 6 and the rail into the corner, but he rattled it. And here comes Roberts, ready to tie it up. He's a little flat on the 8-ball. See how he handles it with ease. And it's tied up, guys. I got to tell you, Eric's hanging in there, playing Jeff Melton. 6-6 in a race to 9. We now have action. It's a race to 3 from here. Oh, Roger SENN. Here comes John LASSEK. Once again, you can watch John LASSEK. He's already on our YouTube channel playing Efren Reyes. Just look up LASSEK, LASSEK, on our YouTube channel versus Efren Reyes. Playing one pocket. He flew all the way out from Houston to California to play against Efren Reyes, and they lasted quite some time, actually. Good break, almost kicked into the corner pocket. And Eric's got a chance to run out. Oh, I'm sorry, you guys can't see that. Let's toggle over. This is Eric's shot on the one ball. Wide open table. And a chance to take the lead for the first time in this set. I don't know what happened. Don't know if, I think he might have miscued.
I think it's your bird. I'm on the flip. So 4-4. Robert?
So John ties it up. It's 4-4.
I'll break if you want to.
We also want to thank our media sponsors for working with the Junior Norris events, with the Channel 6 News, the 7 News, and the CW network. So important to have great media sponsors, and that's what they did here with the Junior Norris. And we got the Channel 7 anchor to come out and do an interview with us to promote this event. And Jeff continues to dominate. Does not allow Roberts to take a lead over Jeff, who has come close to Roberts in the last game at 6-6. Now it's 6-7. I think the 4-ball went down. Nope, the I don't know what ball went down. The 2-ball. Jeff has a shot on the 1. So we're going to see a break and run. And Jeff lets Eric back in. Yeah, the kid's getting it together. He's got a ball in hand. Chance to tie it up. And I think it's his break next. And that ball needed to slow down. It didn't. He's hooked. Poor young Eric Roberts is going to have to... Whoa. And that was a foul. He's hit the 8 ball on the way in. I think it'll take a while, you know, a little while, not too long. Eric just needs to, I think Eric needs to understand some of the consequences of his mistakes throughout certain, you know, any match. And so when understanding the consequences a little more, you learn to look at all of your options and try to be clear and concise about your options on the table when you're at the table. Does that make sense, guys? You know, rather than you know, I think he tends to address the table very quickly, which is still, you know, admirable. He sees a shot. He's look. You can see that he's, you know, enthusiastic about finding a shot quickly, and moving at a fast pace. But I think as he experiences the consequences, he will learn from them and learn to slow down. I think, you know, he just needs to slow down a little bit and consider a lot of the options and the percentages of those options.
So I can leave me one like that.
You know, I think that's very important in any Q Sport game. The score on LASSEK and Roger SENN is 5-5. So I don't know, maybe some of you in the chat room that have some knowledge of the game, that have some experience playing the game and competing, maybe you can expand on that for him. you know, by any means am I a champion. So, you know, you don't want to take swimming lessons from somebody who doesn't swim. I love to play the game. I love to compete in the game, but I am in no way a champion of the game. So, you know, my advice may not be the best advice. And Jeff Melton closes it out against Eric Roberts. So with that, we're going to toggle over to the main table. The main table that you guys have been watching from a distance. We now got a closer vantage point. Yep, it was a tough one. It was a tough one. You need to go take a breather if you want. Come on back, man. You mad? Yeah. Yeah. Why are you mad?
Missed a couple balls I should never missed.
You missed balls you should have never missed, yeah?
A lot of those breaks I broke. Cue ball went in. And that caused me.
So you're having trouble with the break?
Yeah, a little bit. My break was doing good earlier. It's just that they said you had the hard break.
Yeah. They said they had that you got a suggestion that you should hard break on this table?
No. It's a rule. You have the hard break.
Oh, you have to have like 3 balls past the kitchen. Okay, so no like controlled breaking. Right. So you were changing your break based on the rules that you were given. Which is not easy.
Yeah, not easy.
Eric's just, you know, he's speaking with me a little bit. And now his mom, I think, is on the phone, or a friend of the family. His dad just gave him the telephone, so.
Call you back. Okay,
Roger picks up another game. It's 6-5. 6-5 now. John LASSEK trails, but he's got the break. So that's a pretty good place to be. Is a chance to control the table. That's what you need to do. Stay in control of the table, and you will most likely control the match. especially in 9-ball and in 10-ball rotation games. That's what that's about, is staying in control of the table. You all right?
Yeah.
I don't know what to say, you know, like, I know when my buddies lose a match, it's, you know, but you're like not even 15, so I like, you know, I want to like buy you ice cream or something, you know, but you know, like. So why are you missing them? You know, now we say that all the time. We miss. I do it too. I miss shots that I should never miss, but I miss them. Why do we miss them?
Rushing.
I
was rushing.
You were rushing them? Okay, that's a good answer. Okay. Yeah. So now what's the solution?
Slow down.
Slow it down. You know how to slow down?
Yeah.
How?
Walk around.
Walk around. That's one way.
Take more strokes.
Take more strokes.
Look at the table more.
Look at the table more. Yeah. What are you looking for though?
Looking how to get a shape on the ball. How to make the ball.
Looking at all your options. Looking at all your options. Breathing. Breathe.
Yep.
That's good.
Record the whole match.
I recorded most of it. Yeah. I mean, I was going a little bit back and forth, but I got most of it. Most of it because I used the two table footage. You know, I was cutting to this angle here. Hold on. I mean this angle. So I had it most of the time. I had it on this angle. So if you give me a flash drive, I'll put it on flash for you. Okay. But that's what you learn. Just slow, you know. It's adrenaline, man. You know, you got that match fever. You know, you're ready to break out and get on the table. I know how you feel. Been there hundreds of times.
I just wonder how I'm gonna play 10 ball. Hopefully a lot better.
Yeah, yeah.
Were there a lot of people commenting about it?
Oh yeah, they were all rooting for you, man. I was updating with the scores. I hope the kid wins. Sounds like you're getting it together. That's when you started catching up. You remember when you got 6-6?
Yeah.
All right, kid, tie it up.
Yeah.
You win some, you lose some. That's what Michael Vasquez said.
Yeah.
You played very well, and you'll get experience as you keep playing and you grow and mature. It's all a part of learning. It's all a part of learning. You're all right, kid. You know what? I think you should maybe tomorrow or tonight lay off the mic.
Yeah.
And practice some. You know,
Yeah.
practice. Do you do drills or anything?
The ghost.
You playing the ghost? Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much all.
Maybe practice
I do.
with Charlie if you get a chance. Or I know he's been busy, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Get some practice time in today.
Okay.
That's what you need to do. You need some practice time, and think about what happened during this match and during your last match with Sam Manoli.
Yeah.
You know. But anyway, you're having fun too, you know?
Yeah.
You just gotta have fun. See, you... So meanwhile, we've got Roger SENN at the table, up 1 game. I think what he's trying to conceive is a 2-rail shape. He wants to go off the side rail after he hits this 5, and then come off the bottom rail underneath the 9. But his speed's got to be good too. This is a very difficult out, and I think he's like concerned about a few things. Concerned about the scratch, concerned about coming up too far on his second rail. He might just play a 1 rail and play the 6 to the corner where the cue ball is now, or play the 6 to the same corner that the 5 is going into. So I don't know if I like that. Okay, let me cut to the other angle, because what he was doing was jacking up. I don't know if I like this.
That's a shot that I was going for.
Yeah, but
That's a risky shot because of the corner pockets right there. Plus, that's a hard shot for him right now.
well, I think he's trying to avoid a possible scratch off the 5 in the side. You know.
Yeah.
I think he's lucky he got where he did.
Yeah.
You know, but one thing's for sure, he has to either set up for a cross side bank on the 7, or I don't know how he's going to get on the 7 ball. He has to draw out and not scratch on the side. He's going to the opposite corner. That would be a route to the 7.
That was a bad shot. Right
No, it was a 2-way shot.
Oh.
It was a 2-way shot. You see how he hit that so thin? Playing safe.
Jeez.
Yes, sir.
I had my flash on my camera on accident.
You almost took a picture of someone?
No.
Oh, you just noticed.
Yeah. Good shot there.
Yeah, was.
Who are these people?
This is Roger SENN from Houston, from San Antonio, and John LASSEK from Houston. This is the same Roger SENN that played Warren Kiamko this morning on the live stream, and Warren beat him 9-0. How do you think that feels?
I don't know how it feels. I got beat by 9-0 too. But
Oh, yeah, that's right.
yeah.
Hey, look who's in the house. John Barton and family. Hello. How are you? Jesse, hello. Nice to meet you. My name's Daniel. This is Eric.
Hi.
And that's John Barton. Have you guys met before?
Hi. Nice to meet you.
So, I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Nice shot right there. Looks like he's gonna go for the 3 in the corner. Ooh, wow, he missed it. A lucky roll right there. And we're going to take a short break here. And we're back with match against, I forgot his name. Oh, Roger SENN versus John LASSEK. And Roger SENN is winning 7-5. Sorry, just updated the score right there. Now it looks like either Roger SENN, I forgot. I don't know these people anyways. But I think this is Roger SENN. Going up the chute, and looks like he got a lucky. John LASSEK got a lucky roll. Give him safety play on 3-ball. That was a beautiful shot by him. I will talk to you guys later. Let Daniel go over in a second. Right now getting himself something to drink, but he'll be back soon. So, see you guys later.
At the end of the day, I try to always bring it back to the match. So if you want to put that headset on, you can. It kind of sucks because
All right, guys, sorry about the scoring. It is actually 8-5. I had to step away for a little bit because I went to wrangle a very special guest who has just arrived here from Oklahoma, and his name is John Barton of JB Cases. How you doing, John?
Hey, Daniel. Good to be here.
It's great to be here too, and it's good to have you here. By the way, I'm gonna spoil the crowd for a second, and I'm gonna give them a little shot. Say hello.
Hey, everybody.
Hello, America. Hello, world. Streamland, as Brooke Thomason would refer to it. So we're sweating John LASSEK. Do you remember John LASSEK when he played Efren on my stream?
I do not.
Okay. He came and took 10-7 from Efren, playing one pocket for $100 a set, and he flew all the way from Houston to play him at Hard Times.
That's amazing. I want to say something about that, though, that you know, I had a match a couple months ago against California guy, as you know, and
the Justin match.
Justin Marks, good guy. Turned out to be a better player than I thought, but really good guy. But the thing is, what I wanted to say about that was while I was casting around on YouTube and stuff like that in places looking for one pocket, those matches that you had were very instructional because I used them to see what does an amateur do and what does a pro do in contrast, because a lot of times you see only the pro matches, and like I can watch what the pros do, but that doesn't mean that I can do it, right? And I can watch what amateurs do to each other.
Sure.
Clear enough, right? But I wanted to see, like, what moves does a pro do against an amateur?
Against an amateur.
And what does the amateur do in response?
Right. Does it change the game? You know, and I agree.
So
I've played people that aren't as good as me, and I may have relaxed a little bit playing them, you know. I mean, not to say that I'm sandbagging or anything, but...
No, I get it. I just thought that that it was really good of you to set those matches up. And if people use them the way I used them, I think they can get a lot out of it.
Yeah, and we're still, I mean, I'm regularly in touch with Efren and Bouska's management and, the people whenever they come into town. Sometimes they call me and they say, can we set something up? Anything. Doesn't matter. We're just looking for some sort of action, and I'll throw them a suggestion. And the amateur thing seems to work for them, too, whenever we don't have anything else to do. So, there's, in all likelihood, you might see that again, something like that.
You like to organize stuff, but I know you're super busy all the time, but here's something I talked to both of them about years ago, was pool camps in the Philippines.
Okay.
So like organizing a vacation or a trip where somebody would go over there for, say, a week to 10 days.
That
maybe
is a
even
great idea.
And then Bouska and Efren play host. And you get like 4 hours of pool instruction every day, and then the rest of the time, it's vacation time.
That is a great idea.
Bouska was all for it. Efren was cool about it.
Okay.
Efren's always kind of nonchalant about that stuff, but Bouska was like, yeah, we'll make sure they're really taken care of, and they're going to learn a lot of pool.
Well, I mean,
so like fantasy camp for adults for pool.
Yeah, I mean, case in point, there are so many other players there too that could actually be a part of that camp.
Absolutely.
I mean, they could. You could almost, like have a group of 5 people and pick teams with your favorite 5 players, or something
absolutely.
like that.
There's so many things.
There's a huge curriculum that you would have to set up behind that.
And I think that is some way. That's a kind of a way where the pros and even some of the older players, who maybe aren't winning as much anymore, but who are our heroes. Our sports heroes, so to speak, that they could have a way to earn that gives back to the community as well.
Yeah.
But for those of us that are kind of middle aged, maybe got a little extra money, they could afford it, and it would be like kind of a lifetime memory vacation deal.
Now, was that your idea?
Yeah, it was my idea to do that. But I mean, that sort of idea is never like, I wouldn't say that that's just mine. It just happened to be applying it to pool. But like Jeanette Lee, she's done stuff like that for years before I ever thought of it, where she has her camps where she'll bring the juniors in together. And then, one thing I saw was Allison Fisher. She goes out to APA all the time. And she books lessons. She books group lessons and single lessons, and she has a room out there. And people make it a point to make sure they get in early and do that.
Yeah, I like that. So you're kind of spinning off on that, and
sure, yeah.
you know, that's awesome. I mean, it's funny. It reminds me. I know this is completely different, but it reminds me of this documentary I recently saw about these mail order bride guys that went and these websites that organize these trips to the foreign countries to find their brides.
Did that.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's a big business.
I know. I mean, I know mail order
a
brides
big
is a
business.
thing. I didn't know that people were organizing trips to go over there to see them.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, it's these like website dating links.
Yeah.
You know, these international networking dating links. And it was I forgot the name of the documentary. Maybe somebody in the chat room can help us. But it's the funny thing. It just reminded me of that for some reason.
Well, just imagine that, you know, if you take it out a little bit more on the thought experiment. What if you had, because there are so many players that have different styles. So what if you had like a pool camp Germany, you know, pool camp Europe, pool camp Russia, Philippines, China, Taiwan, that sort of thing. And people can see how people train differently in these places. Like Taiwan, for example, you know, they have very serious training. You know, very structured, very serious.
Academic.
You know,
and
it starts in high school.
Yeah.
They actually have pool as a sport in high school, and it's serious training, just like it would be for football or track here. China's a little bit different. You know, it's some government support. They have like national teams that get some government money, you know, but a lot of the players are sort of semi on their own, but they still seek out coaches, and the coaches take a percentage of whatever the player earns in return for being a full-time coach.
I see. I see. That seems like a fair exchange, as long as the players are earning.
Well, yeah, exactly. You know, but what it is over there is like if you go to see a coach, at first you pay. You know, just like training here. You know, you sign up and you pay. But if you're promising, and the coach feels, you know, that you're worth it, then he'll take you on, and you won't pay anymore. But your payment will be a percentage of whatever you make.
So, that's cool. I feel like we're taking liberties because this match it's actually at a crucial point for John LASSEK. Maybe along that rail I saw yesterday, they're looking for a bridge. You know what? Hey,
right there. There's one right there.
Sorry. I have a bridge head too, so I don't know if you.
I think they got it. Yeah, we weren't really paying attention to the match here. What round are we at?
It's where we're racing to 9. John Barton is just getting here, and I don't think he's been following the 9 ball as of this morning. So the format is race to 9, alternate break. And Roger SENN in his chair is at 8 games. John LASSEK shooting now is at 6 games. And you know, alternate break, that makes it a little bit difficult because
Buddy Hall told me, I drove him home one time, or I should say he drove, but he told me one time, he said he really prefers alternate break because even though, you know, there's times when he is or was used to be capable of running out the whole set, he said he played a lot of people that were also capable of running out the whole set in a tournament match. And he preferred it to be alternate break because he said, if I lose the match, at least I got to break half the time.
Yes, exactly. And especially in these open tournaments where anybody enters, you know. I mean, we got Warren Kiamko here, Joey Gray, and, you know, Jeff Melton, Mark Dimmick, as you know, because you're from Oklahoma. It's a very strong field. So, you know, whatever opportunity these guys can get to the table is probably much needed.
Absolutely.
You know. And Roger's going to get back to the table.
I think pool, though, is one of those games where people do enjoy getting the momentum, you know, and breaking and running a lot of racks.
Yes, it's true.
I think, I forget who it was that somebody made a suggestion at one time on a forum, and they said, well, maybe a compromise would be if somebody breaks and runs the set, then the other player gets to break, you know, gets to try. And
gets the break on the...
Which would be kind of exciting, you know, if you think about it, if they... So the other guy runs 9 games, and the other one gets to swing. And gosh, if he runs 9 games too, then what?
Yeah, there's so many, but that hasn't that become.
How cool would that be?
It would be cool. It would be cool, and it's cool for. It's cool for Roger because he is at 9. So he defeats John LASSEK 9-6 final score. So that was a 1-loss or a winner's match? 1-loss match? John, you going to play 10 ball tomorrow?
I'm signed up for it. I don't know.
Okay.
I'd rather go see my grandma.
Yeah, okay. All right, it's good to see you. Maybe if I get a chance to pull away and we'll chat a little bit. Okay. All right.
Been staying busy?
I'm staying busy, and we got the West Coast Swing coming up. I was just thinking about you when I saw you. I was like, you should come up and play the 5,000 added 1 pocket. California Billiards in Fremont. Yeah.
Fortunately and unfortunately, I got a new job, so I've been working hard.
Fortunately, exactly. Yeah. Because let's all face it. Pool is not a job right now, especially for us ball bangers. All right, so that was John LASSEK and Roger SENN, 9-6 final score. We're going to have another match soon. Please follow these brackets on CompuSport so that if you see Table 1 and Table 2 on the CompuSport bracket, that's who's coming next, as long as it'll have the table and the time of the match. Also, I want to thank again JB Cases, and I want to actually show you the case that John Barton built as a commemorative case for the Junior Norris event. This beautiful case. You want to tell us about it at all, or is there any story behind it?
Well, I mean,
I know that Jerry had a hand in it too, right?
Let me just start out by saying that JB Cases, even though it says JB on the sign, it's really a major team effort. My wife, Matthew Alston, all the people at the shop. I mean, we haven't been a one-man operation since the first 5 minutes that I started the company. So in this case in particular, Jerry was building a special cue for this event to honor Junior Norris, a local legend, and we decided, Matt decided to build a case that matched the cue, matched the colors in the cue, and kind of the Texas outline, and of course the Lone Star.
Yes, yeah, because they're sort of like involved with. They're
Right.
doing all the bar here.
So that's what we put together, and that's basically the result, so to show that we can do the embroidery, high class, high quality embroidery on there. And we tried not to overpower the case where we just wanted some elements of the cue inside of it, without. We want the cue to be what shines when it comes out of the case, so it just calls back to the cue more than tries to outdo it.
Now, I'm also putting pictures of the cue up that was made to match that case. And this was built by Jerry Olivier, and it comes with 2 shafts, and the shafts have Tiger Everest tips on them. And I want to say that these are the newer low deflection shafts that Jerry Olivier builds now. I did not know that, but he now builds low deflection shafts. Some beautiful work, though. I love these joint caps.
Jerry is a very good cue maker. He's kind of underrated. He's even though he's been out to nationals, the last 20 years, he still doesn't get quite the recognition I think that he deserves. He just builds a solid cue that gets a real good player, and he just quietly goes about his way doing some really elegant